Reality, more information does not guarantee success, right? The truth is that if all we had to do is get a whole bunch of information, then all of us who go to all the seminars, all the trainings, listen to all the podcasts would all be millionaires at this point, right? But the reality is it's not true. So more information is not the answer. However, I'm going to share with you my favorite way to get out of information overload. It's 3 steps. So I'm going to walk you through those 3 steps. If you are feeling like you just got so much information and you feel like you just need to go get more, listen to this video. If you feel like you've been listening to too many trainings, listening to too many podcasts and not taking enough action, this is for you. If you've got people on your team or in your business who are spending too much time at trainings and not enough time acting, this is for you. So I'm going to share with you real quick. So first off, I am a strategic thinker, which means I have 3 or more strategic thinking strengths in my top 10. If you know you're a strategic thinker, let me know in the comments. If you think you might be, here's what I'm going to suggest. Go get your strengths and find out. Now, if you've got people on your team who are like this will answer your question as to why they love to keep going to trainings and listen to podcasts, right? Because in strategic thinking isn't necessarily immediate action. So being a strategic thinker for all my life, I realized that I love gathering information. I love learning. I love asking millions of questions. It inspires me to go to seminars and trainings and take notes and learn. Even if I don't do anything with it, I love it. And so, in essence, I end up gathering a lot of info, which is why I do so many videos. But the problem is that knowing more has never led to doing more for me. In fact, knowing more has made it harder to do more. That's been my thing. Because anytime I want to do anything, because I've learned so much, I've got at least 7 different ways I can do it stuck in my head. And it gets really hard to pick which one. So what I want to share with you is how do I get myself out of information overload and go get into action so I can go get results and enjoy the process of learning. One of the biggest problems I've always had with knowing I've been a learner for so long is feeling guilty that I don't act more. That was a big problem I had. So let me share with you my simple tip. So back in 2015, our upline hired a coach, and that coach taught me one thing, and it was how to answer this question: what do you want? This is always the first question I have to ask. What do you want? So if you answer this question, what do you want? Now you can actually, and by the way, that's not an easy question, but if you can answer that question, what do you want? Then you give yourself focus, a direction, a place to apply said information. That's number 1. The second step is, of course, to teach something that you learned. One of the things that I have realized is that as a learner, I can gather information and immediately turn around and teach it to someone else as if I was the one that created it. Now, this is actually quite helpful when you're a leader, where you're trying to relay information to your team or help your team get some information quickly. So the second thing I do is teach. And the reason why this is the second step to taking action is because it solidifies the lesson in my mind. It solidifies the lesson in my heart. It helps me understand exactly what is it I'm supposed to do with this information. And so now that I've learned it and I'm applying it towards it, I'm teaching it towards the thing that I want, then my heart and my mind come up with a to-do list, an action item, right? An action item. So what I've done is taken all this complicated information in my head and simplified it through teaching, and thus created my first action item. Now, the action item part is the hardest, obviously. So once I've written down my action item, I communicate that action item to someone as fast as I can. You see, once I tell someone what I'm going to do, now I have to do it. I can't talk myself out of it anymore. I can't let fear take hold, right? I have to actually act. And then what I do is I do that thing as often as I can, as fast as I can. And then I do the process all over again. I learn, then I teach what I learned, and then I do again. This is my favorite way to do this. But here's what's required to help you doing this. Number one is you got to know what you want. Number two, have people. Have people to teach. If you don't have people to teach, let's start right now, right? And then number three, get accountability and support. So I hope this has helped you out. Of course, as always, I've always got something sharing, always got something coming up. And for those of you who know or don't know, there's a man by the name of Ray Higdon, who is one of the top network marketing coaches in the world. He is coming to my live event on September 17th, and we are already selling tickets. In fact, we've got an early bird price available right now to either watch on live stream or join us live in Salt Lake City, Utah. But here's what's cool. Ray is even offering to do a training on February 22nd. For everyone that has purchased tickets to this live event, I believe we have 75 tickets sold so far. So, my friends, come get your tickets. Come to this live event. It's going to be on the simple aspect of inviting people to your network marketing business. So you're going to come, you're going to learn how to invite. Then I'm going to teach you your strengths to help you understand what's great about you so you can do this with your infinitely unique strengths. If you haven't taken the strengths assessment yet, message me privately. I'll get you the link. And then, my friends, we're creating accountability and support so that you immediately teach what you learned on the 22nd, and then you go take action. My friends, I can't wait. So get your tickets right now. Message me if you have questions. It's February 22nd. We're going to go from 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Ray's going to start teaching at 7, and then we're going to do Q&A for about 30 minutes afterwards. So you got to be there. And of course, it will be recorded. So if you get your tickets now, you'll get the recording. All right. Have an awesome day, my friends. I love you all. Let's apply these 3 things today to take action. We'll see you on the next video.